Hello my beautiful people and welcome to my channel. In this space I'm going to be sharing with you monthly general tarot readings as well as my TikTok lives, and I'll also be sharing with you essential oil education and, excitingly, my podcast interviews for my podcast. I'm Kitty O'Brien and thank you so much for joining me here. So for the best free online tarot readings and for the most accurate tarot readings, hit that little bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video, and the subscribe button. Hello my beautiful souls and welcome so much to my channel. I'm Kitty O'Brien and I'm going to be doing a general tarot reading for the zodiac sign of Aquarius, which is an air sign. So I've got my beautiful Radiant Wise tarot deck. Don't know where the box has gone. And with some of the cards, because I absolutely love this new deck, which I'm training to use at the moment, the Witch's Tarot, I might be jumping with the book a little bit. And also I have got my Essential Oil Magic Oracle deck because plant healing is the best way sometimes. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to let the cards fall. Which one's already fallen. And we're going to do a 12 to 14 card spread. Okay, King of Wands is making so many appearances today. He is, let's see. King of Wands is all about passion and desires. He's a bit of a rock star figure because everyone's attracted to him, like energetically and maybe physically as well. So, I mean, this reading's for a man or a woman. So, at the moment, you've got that quite fiery spirit. People are attracted to you, or maybe you find yourself attracted to someone else. Very masculine, being a king as well. And it's very important sometimes to especially if we're women, to find our feminine energy. We very much live in a masculine dominated world and a male dominated world, and it's really important that we really step back into the feminine, which is the moon and all the energies to do with the moon. I mean, the fact that our cycles have been knocked out of sync, they are meant to follow the cycle of the moon, the phases of the moon, but because of artificial lighting, you know what? Heard me talking. The moon. The moon. So yes, very much I feel like we're standing in the masculine right now and we need to reconnect with the feminine energy. Oh my God. Divine feminine. The Empress. My goodness. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Yeah. We're so used to you know, the order, the routine, the structure, the everything. We find it quite difficult to flow sometimes and follow our intuition. 2 more cards. Yes, so King of Wands, very much in the masculine. Wands is the element of fire, so it's about your passion and your desires. Okay, you know, yeah, it's just about the authority, isn't it? It's about the authority. It's about, and he does have that rock star like energy. Like, people are just like a moth drawn to a flame, very attracted to him, full of energy. Does represent a Leo as well, and just very, I don't want to say flamboyant, but very energetic, very sexual as well. So it could be that people are attracted to you in this way, and you're very much in your masculine, or, you know, you are finding yourself attracted to a situation, you know, or a person with the King of Wands. But the interesting thing is balance has come up, and it's very, like I just said a minute ago, very important to balance our energies. Okay, the Temperance is coming up as a blockage. The Temperance is all about balance. It's Archangel Gabriel. You can see about the subconscious mind here and the conscious mind. Okay, the link to the water and the land, and the road, the path going up to the sun. So the happiest place to be. And the happiest place to be is when we are true, authentic selves. Okay? Now, the subconscious mind is where the paradigm is where the conditioning is. It's everything from our childhood has made us the way we are today. And I wrote a whole book on this. Like, it's a fascinating topic. And I also talked about the universal laws. So it's very much about the balance. And you can even see with the cups, balancing to and from. And the sun is represented by that little circle in his forehead with the dot in it. And the moon is represented by the triangle in the box. Triangles are a great protection symbol. They're one of the strongest, especially a triangle with 3 sides. Okay, and the moon. There we go. There we go. So there's that imbalance between the masculine and the feminine, and it's really important we get that right. What you are desiring is peace, inner peace. Okay, and this is your desires card. You will find inner peace when you have that balance, okay, between the masculine and the feminine. And not just inner peace, but and that inner peace will reflect in your environment. So if you have a very hectic environment right now, it's because inside we're feeling hectic, because they mirror each other. So once you find that peace, it will be reflected elsewhere. And it was also like, maybe there's a situation unfolding that you just want resolved in a peaceful way and in a harmonious way. And harmony is also what the Temperance talks about. And also with the subconscious mind, we attract in opportunities with that. So talking about opportunities, we've got the Seven of Cups. So you're very much in the dark about something. You don't know which way to turn, what to do, which option to pick. Now these cups are filled with treasure, all of equal value, and that's very important, because the message of this card is no matter what you choose, it was always going to be the thing you were meant to choose. And no matter what you choose, like, it was always going to be the best option. Even if it's a dreadful decision, you have a lot of experience and growth learning from that, which is what your soul needed, and not necessarily what we physically needed or emotionally needed or materialistically needed either. So no matter what path you go down, it's always going to be the right path. We can't make mistakes. We can fail at things, but we're not failures. You know, we need to trust our gut feeling and our intuition. Now, I can see you've had a lot of juggling going on in the past. You've got the Two of Pentacles, which is all about juggling whatever life throws on you and trying to do it in a positive, happy way. This is the past card, okay? So this happened in the past. Or, you know, and it's reflected a little bit in what's going on now. So, like, you can see the waves and the ships, and, you know, you're just trying to ride the waves of life, and you're just juggling all the time. You're like, oh dear God, like, this can be exhausting. And that's why, like, sometimes we just need to, like, flow with it rather than fight against it. And just manifest in abundance and believe that our dreams can come true and become our reality. Now, the moon. The moon is all about harmony, about feminine. It is the divine feminine. Men are from the sun, women are from the moon. You've got the two pillars here that represent duality. You've got the dog and the wolf, again, talking about balance. Both sides, both faces of the moon as well, which is something you don't see when you look at it. It's impossible to see both faces at the same time. And then you've got, which represents the conscious and subconscious mind, as well as the water and the land, subconscious and conscious mind. The clawfish coming out from this water represents something coming forward from your subconscious mind. So look at your conditioning, look at your values, your belief system, and really look at them and get to know yourself again and question, where did these things come from? Because they'll explain exactly how you ended up here today. And also with this is the divine feminine, it can also represent a romance, but it also means that something is in the pipeline that hasn't yet come forward, okay? So something, and that is the month of October. I think every reading I've done so far, we've had the moon and the chariot, you know, and the Ten of Swords and the Empress. So, and the, you know, and I shuffle these cards and cleanse them every time. So basically, the month of October, we got two eclipses. We got a solar and lunar eclipse. Okay, loads of stuff coming forward. Great opportunity to manifest and call in what the things that we want. You know, the moon. So something's coming forward that you've not noticed yet. It's there, but it's not being picked up on your radar. And then the Four of Pentacles. Excuse me. You're holding onto something really tight. You know, you've got the it's on your crown chakra, your heart chakra, and your feet. And actually, I am going to read Pentacles, just from the book very quickly. I love the way she writes this book and she describes certain things. And let me just find, here we go, Four of Pentacles. When the Four of Pentacles comes knocking into a reading, it is a notice that someone is hanging on to something in an unhealthy way. Perhaps they're misery or greedy or holding tight to their money. Maybe they are absentine and have withheld their emotions. Possibly, okay, the Hermit's not shown up, so that's fine. That's in the case of the Hermit showing up. The Four of Pentacles warns of resistance to change.
So now that you have confirmation, know that change is good. Embrace the changes in your world. Relax and breathe. You may have accomplished your goals, but you are not enjoying them. Remember that nothing is fixed. Everything is in motion. Accept this and move forward. It is time to lower your boundaries a bit. Reconnect with family and friends and enjoy your life again. Okay? This is very much about holding on to stuff too tight, and actually we just need to release and let go, and that in itself is a massive healing, act of healing, and also that's very feminine. So it's the Empress is all about releasing and flowing. I use essential oils for my emotional well-being. They really help me to process things and to move through things. I mean, I use dōTERRA solely. So, I mean, I put them in sprays and everything. They're wonderful, great for cleansing and stuff. So, find a tool in your toolbox. I mean, you might use crystals, you might go to the gym, acupuncture, whatever it is, essential oils that can really help you process and help release and let go a little bit, okay? The Empress, our hopes and our fears, really interesting. We want abundance, but we fear it. Maybe we think if we get rich quickly, we'll lose all our family and friends, or we'll spend all our money at once. That's typical conditioning. It could be a pregnancy, the birth of, or so she's the only pregnant card in the whole entire deck, so she can represent a pregnancy or a birth. But she also represents like the birth of a new idea or business adventure, or anything new. And she also represents harvest, reaping the harvest, and Venus as well as the planet. Now she's coming up as your hopes and your fears, because I think sometimes you worry if something good comes your way, you're like, this is too good to be true, and you play the worst case scenario game, and that does not benefit you because you're just attracting more of the worst case scenario game. Okay, so the Empress is really important, and she's the feminine as well. Like sometimes we find it really hard to step into our feminine, and that's absolutely fine, but that's something we need to try and like push through and actually like be okay with. So yes, I mean, there's a lot, she represents a lot. So you might think you're going to be getting abundance in, and then you're like, oh no, it's not going to happen. Or, I mean, compensation, this is a great example. You may think you're receiving something, and then you're like, oh no, it's never going to happen. Or it could be a job, you want a new job, or anything like that. So something new coming in. And I think there's fear around not being able to receive. It could be a pregnancy, or it could be a relationship, or you may feel that you're a bad mum and you really want to be a good mum. So she represents a lot. So take whatever resonates with you. Now these are your 3 outcome cards, and they really support the future card. You're going to go through some healing. The 3 of Swords represents healing. Healing is nitty gritty and that's not fun, but it's necessary. I don't want to sound all doomy gloomy, but like I fled domestic violence and coercive control, and God, what a healing journey that's been. Like sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, is it still going on? Like, but it's, I got diagnosed with post symptoms. Actually, I got diagnosed with adjustment disorder, which is very similar to post-traumatic stress disorder. And you know what? Healing was just so freaking hard. It really was. But I went through it. I went through it. I went through the processes. I really nurtured my inner child and went out the other side. So as much as it's not comfortable, it's something you need to do. So you're going through this process at the moment, or will be going through it very shortly. And that's letting go of all that pain and regret and stuff, like letting go, and just releasing that all, and maybe learning to forgive. That when you do that, it's going to be like a huge rebirth for you with the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is all about a rebirth, and this guy's, it's metaphorical death. You can see by the movement of his hand, he's still very much alive, and it's just symbolizing a death, to be reborn again. Water, subconscious mind, land, conscious mind. If you want to learn more about that, I've got it in the description with my book. It is life-changing knowledge. The swords going down the spine represent essential oils, funny enough. Acupuncture, crystals, all those sorts of things. So like using alternative methods for healing and support. I'll be pulling some plant cards at the end so you can see what plants can help support you. So very much, we're very much responsible for our own body and our health and our well-being. And sometimes
The natural way is much better than, taking fistfuls of tablets. As much as they are necessary, we can use other things to support our well-being and stress levels and whatnot. We don't have to feel like we need to take medication all the time, and we can support ourselves another way. Page of Cups. Okay, very creative card, to do with learning as well. Whenever a page comes into a reading, it's about learning new skills. He does represent a Pisces, funny enough. And as much as Aquarius is air, my friend's been Aquarius. Well, she's an Aquarius, and she always thought it was to do with water, the element of water, but it's not. Not like a Pisces. But the Pisces is a really gentle card, very much flowing, very creative, very much reflecting like the feminine and the Empress. And it's, all about learning new skills and just learning a new way of being. And then the Chariot is our final card. It's all about you recognizing you're in the driver's seat of your own life. Like, this is not a practice run, guys. This is our life, and how are we going to live it, So live it by being your true, authentic self and really finding, like, your purpose here in this world. And life is meant to be full of wonderful, like, abundance, happiness, and health, and it can be. We just have to change our mindset and our perspective. So that is the end. The Chariot is all about balance, again, with the two pillars and the sphinxes down the bottom. Very much like the moon. So two pillars. You've got the dog and the wolf, you've got the two sphinxes, but it's about harmony, it's about balance, okay? And finding that harmony and balance. So let's pull a card and see what plants can help you on your journey, because all the answers you seek can be found in the dance of nature. I love that saying. I love it so much. They're having a think. They are not the easiest cards to shuffle because they are such a big deck. Whoop, there we go. Oh, my all-time favourite, Peppermint. Peppermint is brilliant. Peppermint tea, peppermint, I mean, it's just phenomenal. 1 drop of essential oil. So the bottle this big is about 15 ml, which is 230 drops. Each drop is a use. That's 230 uses. And 1 drop is the equivalent of, I think it was 25 tea bags of peppermint tea. So, and if you don't like peppermint tea, you can always use it in a bottle like I do. Spritz, put it on your hands, breathe it in, put it in a diffuser. There's so many different ways. You can use it with a veggie capsule internally as well. So peppermint is asking you, are you going to pay attention to what this card says? So it's about the third eye chakra, understanding, intellect, intuition, and applying wisdom to real life. The astrological ruler is Pluto, so it's about the inner drive, shadow self, and metamorphosis. Oh my goodness, I can't say it. I've said it too many times today. It has a Scorpio, so about the unknown. So like I said with the moon, things that haven't come to pass yet, but they're on the radar. It's about the mental. Oh no, sorry, there's the next bit. It's about sex, mysteries, experiences, and devotion. The element of air, okay, which is Aquarius. So it's the element of air, which is intellect, mental, beliefs, and mindset. And it's about perspectives and paradigms as well. And, okay, so it's about a lack of clarity. A lack of clarity may be attracting others who take up your time and energy, leaving you depleted with no time for your own pursuits. Eliminate lingering destructive emotions, fears, attachments, or energies. Gain clarity on the path you wish to take. Trust your knowledge and intuition. Focus on your highest potential. Look after your digestion. Be wary of interfering in couples' relationships. So you can breathe this oil in. So you desire greater clarity somewhere in your life. Okay? So the practice. As you notice your attention, energy, or clarity flagging during the day, place a drop of peppermint in your hands and then cup them near your face as you breathe in deeply and affirm, I am clear and excited about the path my life is taking. And the crystal is clear quartz, and the animal guide is a frog. which is so cute. So I teach about essential oils every Wednesday on Facebook. It's a free class, so if you want to join, just let me know. All the details will be in the description box. Thank you so much for listening today. I'm live on TikTok on Tuesdays doing tarot readings. And, oh yeah, if you want to know when I'm uploading some new videos, just hit that little bell button and the subscribe button if you want to. Alright, my lovelies, thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.